Hello everyone, Darcenova here. Consider this kind of a payday haul, and well, I'm talking about something else in this video, which will be my thoughts on the Power Rangers teaser trailer that was showcased today. Sorry I didn't talk about the trailer earlier, but I was at work, and I had a long day. I still feel really fucking tired, but whatever, what can you do? We all have to survive somehow. Anyway, I'm going to showcase my Blu-rays and my comics in this haul, at least for the first part of this video. In the second part, we talk about Power Rangers. If you want to skip ahead, I'll put a description, tell you in the link below where to skip to. If you don't want to see the haul, you just want to see my thoughts on Power Rangers. Though if you don't care, you just want to see the whole video. And I know some of you are sick of seeing videos between me and that certain person I will not name. So I will not talk about him in this video. So for those of you who have not seen my collection video, or those who have, I'm showing some of the same stuff because I was going to show it anyway because it's a comic book haul. I have other stuff that I bought, but you're not going to be able to see it until the next haul. So yeah, so I'm going to show my Blu-rays first. This is an anime, Victory Gundam, Collection 1. This is basically the first half of the Victory Gundam series, which I didn't think would ever see the light of day, to be honest. If you're a Gundam fan in the West, in order to see most of the Gundam series, you have to watch fan subs or bootlegs. And it's good that I didn't have to resort to bootlegs. Victory is like the only Gundam series, not counting spin-offs, that I have yet to see. So it's great that I have it on Blu-ray, though I'm going to wait for the whole series to come out before I watch it. My favorite comic book movie of the year, and I think, in my opinion, one of the best comic book movies ever made, Deadpool. This movie was amazing. I cannot wait to talk about this in a review. But I'll do that in my X-Men movie retrospective. Which, I need to get to the Nolan one, by the way. Which that'll be my next retrospective after I do Ronin Kenshin. X-Men Apocalypse. I thought this was really good. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Never seen this movie before, but it was on sale. And, you know, I've heard some good things about it. It was released the same year as Dragon Ball Evolution. Don't know how that's relevant, but yeah. X-Men Days of Futures Past, the Rose Cut. I have this on DVD, but I've never seen this version of the movie. And since I'm slowly converting to Blu-ray, fuck 4K Blu-ray. It's worthless. Not spending $30 on fucking just to get better picture quality. It's just not worth it. So this gave me an excuse to upgrade. I don't have this cut. Not to mention it has the theatrical cut too if I don't like the road cut. So that's good. Now let's get to the to my comic per portion. Harley Quinn. This is the new 52 for those of you who aren't familiar with comics or DC in general. I think it's a good way to celebrate her anniversary. Poison Ivy, Psycho, Life, and Death. I didn't even know this existed until I went to Barnes & Noble. It just came out. I'm looking forward to reading it, honestly. The rest of it is Marvel, but mainly X-Men. X-Men, God, Love, Man Kills. This is the storyline that inspired X-Men 2. So I'm actually looking forward to reading it. X-Men Origin. At least Wolverine Origin. I'm looking forward to reading this. Actually, I've been wanting to read X-Men comics for a long time, but I never got around to it because I'm more of a DC person than I am Marvel. And my interest in comics just started to skyrocket for the past few years. I just never really got around to it. So yeah, I think at this rate, I think I have more DC, Marvel trades than I do DC even, and it's primarily because of the X-Men. Like I have like 3 Spider-Man trades, 1 Daredevil, and 2 Thor. The X-Men is perhaps, in my opinion, the best comic book property of all time. There's just so much you can do with X-Men, and so much there is to it. The X-Men would probably be my favorite comic property ever, because how diverse the characters are. Nothing, Marvel and DC are still great, but the thing is, the X-Men, oh yeah, Man Without Fear, this is Daredevil, but back to the subject of X-Men. The X-Men, there's enough characters that you could build their own world with just the X-Men. Fall of the Mutants, Volume 1, and Fall of the Mutants, Volume 2. And that's what makes the X-Men so great in the first place. You could have just them, and you don't need, Captain America or Iron Man or Thor. They don't need crossover comics to thrive. They can thrive completely on their own, story-wise. And the X-Men is what saved Marvel back in the 90s. And I've always had a love for the X-Men, the cartoon in the 90s. Anyway, I'm done showing my comics. Now, let's get to the second part of this video. What are my thoughts on the Power Rangers trailer? There's some people that are happy, there's some people that are mixed. Where would I lie? To be honest, I'm cautiously optimistic. I think it looks good, but I'm not going to set my expectations too high. However, what I've seen from the trailer, it looks really good, to be honest. A lot of Mighty Morphin fans will get offended for me saying this, but I'm sorry, but your 5 teenagers with attitude in the original series are as one-dimensional as they come. And what little we've seen of the rebooted versions of Jason, Kimberly, Trini, Zach, and Jason, and Billy, they have more character than every episode we've seen these characters in the original series. I'm just really impressed. I never thought I actually would say that. The tone of this movie, what I could tell, it isn't too dark, but it isn't too campy either. It looks like it has a perfect balance. Because the thing about Power Rangers, of course, there's some people that would defend this piece of shit of a fan film. Power/Ranger, to me, is a terrible way to represent the Power Rangers. The franchise should not be Nolan over the top dark. It should have a combination of humor and all the other stuff that makes Super Sentai and Power Rangers great. The thing about those who are against this, I look at this movie as like another season of Power Rangers. Because I'm sorry for all you Mighty Morphin fanboys. Mighty Morphin is not as great as you remember it. The other seasons that came out after it are far better. And Power Rangers needs to go with the times. Power Rangers has evolved. It's grown up, the franchise. It's beyond what it was in the 90s. And I'm glad that they actually are doing that. The characters feel like actual people. And that's what they have to do. You can't make them cartoony. It just doesn't work. The thing about the Power Rangers, what makes it good in the first place, is that the characters are relatable. And they need to be relatable because it won't be just kids they'll be watching it. Teenagers and adults who grew up with series will be watching it too. I want Jason to be much more than just, oh, I'm a do-gooder because I'm a leader just cause. I want more to their characters than that. I want an actual character. If there's anything that the current Power Rangers comic is doing right, it actually is giving the characters an actual personality. There's more layer to their characters, and that's what needs to happen. Of course, just make an entertaining movie. I mean, I hope to God they actually get at least real martial artists for this. And whatever. Even if they don't, it's still going to be better than Michael Bay's piece of shit freaking Transformers and Teenage Mutant shit Turtles movies. Or Rumble Ralph calls them Super Chuds. The Power Rangers movie, I think, I actually have faith in this movie. I'll talk about it more in depth probably later this week, what I think, what we need from this movie. Because since we've seen enough, I feel like I can talk about it. I'm a Power Rangers fan. I've been a fan since 1993. I want to see this franchise thrive on its own, because this, for the first time ever, Power Rangers is not depending on Sentai footage. Yes, I'm sorry for you Power Rangers fans. I don't know how you could not know this. I don't know how anyone can be living under a rock for this long. I think everyone in the Power Rangers fandom at this point knows this. Yeah, Power Rangers adapted a show from Japan into English, changed a few things. I'm not going to explain it. Everyone in their mom knows this information. But this gives Power Rangers a chance to do its own thing. Tell its own stories, do its own suits, its own Zords, everything. There's so much potential in this movie. And unlike the Power Rangers movie of the 90s, it's not relying on the same sources like the suits and the Zords. They have completely new material. They could give their own intake on the franchise. And I believe this is a good way to reintroduce Power Rangers to a new generation of fans. And that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. For those of you who don't like where my channel's going, don't worry. I am not going to dedicate my channel to that idiot. So rest assured, you're going to get the content without that dumbass, but I will do stuff about him if he says something stupid. So if you see me do anything in the future regarding that guy, skip my videos over. I won't hold it against you. Because if you don't like my content, then you have every right to voice your opinion. Actually, here's a suggestion I asked. What topics would you like me to talk about in the future? I know it's not something I ask very often, but I'm let you guys choose. I have 270 subscribers. I'm grateful to you guys for supporting me for all these years, and those who have subbed to me this whole year. Give me some suggestions. What should I do? What would you like me to review? I don't know. Just tell me, and I'll consider doing it, because I feel like I should pay you guys back, because you guys are what motivate me to make these videos in the first place. Even if we don't always agree, I still value you guys, because as Matt Wilkins says, you're not just my subs, you're my friends as well. So, peace out, everyone. I appreciate anything that you suggest, and stay tuned for my next video. I may not upload it till tomorrow, where I will review the critically acclaimed Dark Phoenix Saga. Later, guys, and have a good night.